Check, check, 1, 2. Check, check, 1, 2. Okay, cool. Alrighty, guys. Welcome to the stream. Oh, that's still really loud. Okay, let's see. I want to do. On a turn muted out, I believe. Check, check, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. On a turn muted out, I believe. Check, check, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, there we go. I think we've got it now. So we should only get audio. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. Looks like we're still getting... Okay, so I think we should have it fixed now. I'm not going to be able to hear myself on the feedback into my headset here, but I think we should be good. So let's do full screen projected. Let's give me just a second here, guys. We're still getting used to getting this stuff set up. All right. All right. There we go. That looks better. Alright. So we need... I think we need one more... Yeah, we need one more beam for the bridge over there. So we need to go get... one additional... beam. Okay. We got a little bit lower quality resolution on the game, on the monitor here that I'm playing on, but I think it'll work. We're streaming at 1980 by 1080. So you guys should have a fairly good stream quality, hopefully, if I have it set up correctly. So we're going to try to do a few things here. We're going to try to get on a schedule for you guys so you can join me while I'm streaming. So we are going to attempt to try to stream Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturday mornings. So Monday nights we are going to be playing SnowRunner, just like today. And we are currently playing the Michigan map. And then Wednesdays, I believe we have it set up to play Farming Simulator 19, another game that I enjoy playing. And Friday nights we will play Forza Horizon. And if all goes well, how should we get back across this? If all goes well, Saturday mornings will be viewer's choice. So we're going to try to get set up a poll on our Facebook page, so that you guys, the viewers, can. I'll give you a list of all the games I have, and you guys can tell me what games you want to watch me play. But we're gonna try to see if that will work. If you guys would like to join me in any of these games, I do play online with people, and we can try to figure that out. So just hit me up in a message or in one of the chats, and we can definitely try to make that work. So I am hoping to improve the quality of the stream here as we go along. I've got some stuff in the works that I'm looking at to make the content that I'm going to put out for you guys a little better. A little bit of background about me. I am fairly busy in life outside of online streaming. I live in the Southwest, so the weather here is pretty decent, so I like to be outside as much as I can. As part of that, early mornings, the Saturday morning streams may be delayed till later in the afternoons based on what I've got going on that particular weekend. I'm in an area of the country where we fly hot air balloons, and I'm on a balloon team, so I do frequently go out and help to fly a hot air balloon on the weekends. So we may need to adjust the stream schedule accordingly based on what's going on, but we will try to stream on a fairly regular schedule for you guys, so you can enjoy watching me fail completely at trying to do some of these missions and challenges. Unfortunately, I have been playing SnowRunner for a while, so a lot of my other maps are fairly well completed, minus some of the new content that they've been adding. So we may need to find some new games, I think is the end solution there. Just going to need to find some new games. I do prefer the driving and simulation games over first-person shooters, mainly because I really am horrible at the first-person shooter games. But I do have Battlefield. I have a couple versions of Battlefield. I don't know exactly which one's right offhand, but I know I have Battlefield 4, so we can do some streaming of Battlefield 4, and you guys can watch me completely eat it, because I am pretty horrible at Battlefield. I very rarely go into a positive death count. So if you guys enjoy watching people completely struggle with a game, then you will definitely like watching me play that game, because I am completely horrible. And hopefully the truck audio and the music isn't too loud. So I don't know if Twitch will allow us to stream with the music for too long, but paper factory. Alright, so we need 4 metal beams, 4 metal rolls, 4 metal beams, 12 metal rolls. Okay. Interesting. 6 fuels. 4 concrete blocks. 2 large pipes. Wow. Okay, so we need a bunch of stuff. Let's try to get that activated. Let's go into... So let's get this truck over to garage. Settle. And customize tires. And we're gonna go to mud tires. Sell chains. Okay. Garage. Turn off the parking brake. Trailer. Go get pipes. I think is just pipes are from the warehouse. Concrete blocks are from there. Cargo creation zone. That one's. Let's go get the concrete blocks first. I think we can get. Actually, I don't know that we can get 6 of them on this truck, but give it a shot. See what happens. Might need to go get the. I need to go get the large pipes first. That might be the better solution. So the whole point of playing Wisconsin here is we are going to try to get... we are going to shoot for getting the... we need the new twin steer from Wisconsin, mainly to help with our logging tasks and some of our other maps. So that's what we're looking for. In the meantime, try to complete some of these missions on this Wisconsin map. I am not a huge fan of this map. They really upped the boulder rock situation in this map compared to Michigan and Alaska. And so I've ended up dumping the truck over a lot more in this map compared to some of our others. So, yeah, been a little bit interesting, to say the least. Alright, so let's see here. We need... And let's go on up here and see what happens at the railway station. So if you're new to the channel, we have a Facebook page called Chili Gaming Review, a YouTube page under the same name, but I don't believe it's going to show up if you search for Chili Gaming Review because we don't have a custom URL yet. So if you are following us on Twitch, you can, I believe I have the URL set up for YouTube and Twitch correctly. And if not, let me know so I can get that fixed. And if you're following us on Facebook, you can hunt us up on Twitch. So if you like the content and want to keep up with when we're online and streaming, be sure to follow or subscribe and like. You know how to do. I am using XSplit to do the screen capture for me. I don't currently have a green screen set up. I hope that can make that a little bit better in the future. Here. Come on, truck. Man, maps are almost impossible to gotta find a better way to get through there. Pretty rough. Alright, but we made it. So, maybe we can go up around the back. Going through the water. See what we come up with when we come out of here. I think we should get concrete blocks here, hopefully. See what that construction building zone means. See what that's all about. This would be where we get the concrete block, but I want to see. Okay, looks like it. I think it's for the cargo. Ah, so we need a generator trailer to pick up cargo from here. Alright. We're gonna need to bring generator trailer over. Okay, well, we know at least now what we need. If we can pick up concrete blocks. Looks like we got 5 concrete blocks. Okay. We're gonna be short. Alright, and what do we have for road option? Like, go out the back, cross this bridge up here, down over to the road. Okay, let's try that. Let's see. I'm gonna try a little something different. Could either be awesome or a huge issue. See how this goes. Action. Here. Oh, and all kinds of cut down. That make life fun. No, it's actually not too bad. No mud, but we can handle that. Alright, up the hill we go. So this is the Avo. What is the Asvo? I don't know. The 64 131. And this thing is a pretty good truck. I really liked this truck in Alaska. It did really, really well, and in Russia. You can find a lot of the upgrades for this truck in Russia. Want to make the right. The only problem I have found with this truck on this particular map, it is very top heavy. So it does struggle a bit with the top heaviness of it. Hopefully our bridge here doesn't collapse on us. Look at this beautiful little creek, river, waterfall situation there. Successfully crossed the bridge, which is good. Just follow this, I think, right on down the road, so we should be pretty good. You guys get a loud ding there. That is from the security cameras on my garage. They point towards the street, and when cars come down my road, they reflect light off of my vehicles, and it sets the alert off for the security camera. If you guys hear that in our streams, we'll do our best to limit that as much as we can. It could catch it occasionally. Just kind of ignore it, Ken. Point toward. Point towards the telephone poles in case we get stuck. Alright, here's our first load. Concrete blocks to paper mill. Paper factory. Okay. Road. Where we or location. There. Really an even worse location. Actually, that one. Large pipes come that way. Okay, let's go get the large pipes. Get those. You guys want, tell me some things that you guys like to do outside of gaming that you enjoy. What are some of your hobbies and interests? Obviously playing video games and relaxing and unwinding after a long day is always a fun activity, but what are some other things you guys like to do? You guys like to do sports or have interesting hobbies? So a little share for me. I am a bit of a nerd of railroading history and a railroad buff. So I have several different scales of model trains and enjoy going to either watch or ride train excursions. So I've gone to several here nearby me. Oh, and I can get concrete blocks from here. Okay, cool. That and a concrete block. I wouldn't have gone all the way up around into that warehouse if I knew I could have gotten them from here. Cool, so we can finish 2 of them. One go. Awesome. I like it. And we have a flat tire. Let's repair our tire. Need to, we'll bring the service truck over. next truck will go, maybe make some modifications. Leave this truck here at the paper mill, and we'll, see if we can go get something set up with 6 slots to go get fuel. And maybe that'll help us with the metal rules as well. We can do 6 and 2 loads. Maybe even do, actually, the metal beams would be easier to do in 2 4-load, 2 2-load trips. We do that with the other truck that we had. This time we're going to come to a stop before we try to unload the truck. Hey Cameron D, how you doing? Welcome to our stream on Twitch. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully you can hear me well. If you let me know if you have any audio issues or have a hard time hearing me. We'll see what adjustments we can make. We're still trying to fine tune in our Twitch stream. So I'm playing SnowRunner on the Wisconsin map. And we just started the Wisconsin map last week, so we really haven't done too much. Just opened up a couple of bridges to help navigate the map a little bit. Cool. Glad to hear that my mic is good and you can hear me well. So yes, SnowRunner is made by the same people who made MudRunner. It's just a continuation of that game franchise, from my understanding. I could be wrong, but that is my understanding, that SnowRunner is produced by the same people of MudRunner, just a continuation of that franchise. So yeah, Alaska is in the snow. The Alaskan maps are in the snow. Michigan and Russia are in, seems like summer months or spring and summer months. But there's a good variety of trucks and tasks to do, so it's a fun game. Oh, we can do fuel from here too. No kidding. All right. Oh, this just got a whole lot easier. I like it. All right, cool. So we can literally So yeah, Cameron, it's a fun game. It's got its times where it's really challenging. Helps if you have some people to play with. As we get some more people to join us here on Twitch and Facebook and YouTube, I might try to do some multiplayer games where we allow some other people to join us. So if you have an Xbox One, maybe we can do a multiplayer game where we log in to play on some other players' games. We'll have to see how that goes, but I want to try to play with play with you guys that are following me and get to know you guys like you are getting to know me some. So, and if we can play on, if you guys have a Twitch account, we'll play on your Twitch account, and if not, you guys can play on mine. And yeah, there are times, Cameron, where it definitely helps to have another player with you to help get you out of sticky situations when you get stuck somewhere. I've had several situations where it would have been nice to have someone playing with me and not have to reset back to the garage. If you've watched a couple of my other videos on this map that I posted earlier last week or late last week, there were a couple of spots where I kept dumping my truck over, and it was starting to get kind of frustrating. Alright, so this should be the last large tube we need. We should see large pipes fall off. Alright, we got rid of all our large pipes. Alright, so let's go get 5 more loads of fuel. And then that one will be down. The other thing I learned when I was doing Alaska, I played grinded a lot of Alaska by myself. I do frequently play with my younger brother. Unfortunately, he lives in Texas and has been out of power the last week or so. So he's been not playing online as much this last couple weeks, but. I found that I can kind of tow myself with another truck. So I get one truck and trailer set up like this, and then get another truck with a load. In which case I can, usually double or triple up my load capacity by having multiple trucks tied together. Not always the best solution. On some of the maps, you get caught on telephone poles and weird obstacles making hard turns. But it is a solution if you need to have another vehicle available to help get you out of somewhere. It doesn't hurt to have another truck. Like I said, I have found that this truck, this is one of the trucks out of the Russian map on SnowRunner, is a really good truck, especially once you unlock the off-road transmission for it out of the Russian maps, where you can get the low plus, low minus, the extra low gears. The truck is basically a tank in Alaska and Russia. Where you have lots of mud. I found that it was almost virtually unstoppable in those maps. So it's a good truck to get. I've got a bunch of these. So there's only 2 fuel at this location. Oh, come on. Oh, that's a bummer. I have not seen bridges collapse for the most part. Usually you end up having to build the bridges. So you have to take the materials to the bridge to build them. There are some bridges that are real sketchy, where they don't feel like they're real sturdy, but they don't collapse per se. Now, however, there are bridges that you can drive off the edge of them, and then in which case you tip your truck over and get stuck and lose your load, and you know that creates a whole nother can of worms that you got to deal with. But all right, so we got to figure out where we can get some more fuel from. All right, so let's see, fuel. So there's fuel storage up there. So down across to there, through the swamp area there. Okay, well, guess give that a shot. Spin on around and try to go get the rest of our fuel that we need here. We only need 5 more cases of fuel. Head back over by our paper mill and see if we can snag some fuel. Really disappointed that the fuel that we had there ran out on us. This map is a lot more limiting on what you can get from where. And they force you to explore the map a lot more to get resources. A little bit of a change from the earlier maps. So I am hoping to, as far as improving the stream quality goes, I do use OBS. I am using a 1080p webcam for my face cam here. I am using a 19 by 20 by 1080 capture device to capture my Xbox. I have heard that you can download a Xbox capture app, so we may give that a try, see if we get any kind of better resolution out of it. Hopefully we're broadcasting in 1920 by 1080. Hopefully a true 1080. But I am working or looking into getting OBS integrated with Twitch, so that when you guys message me, we can watch a chat box on the game footage, or when you guys donate or subscribe and follow, those notifications will show up on OBS and on the stream. So we'll work on that on the offline when we're not streaming. Try to get that sorted out. Cameron, this truck is decent. It's not the slowest thing I've ever used. The Bowman, the 6-wheel Bowmans, are a lighter truck that are a lot quicker than this. I found, but this thing is a tank with the right mud tires and the right transmission setup in it. It is almost unstoppable. it really is a tank. It can go pretty much anywhere. It is a really good truck. The other thing to think about is its fuel consumption is pretty decent. And it's got a 350 liter fuel tank, so you can go quite a ways or quite a while without needing fuel, which on some maps is really important to kind of keep in mind. Alright, so this is the tricky part where I kind of end up dumping my truck over a lot, so I'm going to switch over to daylight. I don't mind driving in the dark, but the really technical sections, being able to see the technical sections of it help me not dump my truck over. Okay, so we need to go to the fuel station and then first road on the right past the fuel station. So gotta cross the river down here and try not to dump everything over once we get down in here. It's not so much a rock slide as just a rock obstacle. This map has a lot of rock obstacles in the road. They really increase the amount of obstacles and stuff in the way. And I'm not particularly a huge fan because it upsets the balance of your truck and will tip you over. And if you're carrying stuff, it dumps it all over the place. You also have to remember that the chat window and the stream are a bit behind the actual gameplay, so it may take me a minute to sort out what you're referring to when you do ask a question about something, but I'll do my best to answer it for you. Some of the water crossings are pretty deep. In this Wisconsin map, when you come out of your garage here, you go to the right or to the left, sorry. It's not shown on the map as a water crossing, but it is definitely a water crossing. And this water is fairly deep. I've found the easiest place to cross this at is right here. So stay to the left, and it's the shortest distance across and the easiest location to cross that water crossing. The other problem area that I've found is this whole area to the left side of the map. Where all the roads are flooded out. That is a really slow trudge through there. You might be better off going around this back loop. So it looks like there's a back crossroad here that kind of runs around that back side of that. That might be a better choice for the for that area to get around there. So some of them are deep, some of them aren't. It kind of all depends on the way the map was built, and you kind of have to sort out your crossing locations to how you're going to negotiate it. Let's try this way first, and we'll see how we go, and if it's too horrible, we'll come back the other direction. Looks pretty muddy. Try not to tip the truck over. Where do we go up in there at? Looks like maybe around the rock feature. Okay. Up in pretty muddy. Now, my younger brother has a concept that the faster you go on your roads, the more tore up they get. The more tore up they get, the worse they are to travel on. I don't know if I agree with that concept or not, but something to keep in mind if you are playing this game. Alright, let's see if we can get the rest of our fuel here. Alright, got all our fuel. To drive mode, back on out of here. It does appear that we're going to have to go back out the same way we came in, so try to back up and down here and spin around. Well, maybe not. Maybe we can try going out that way. Yeah, when your truck's empty, Cameron, that works out okay. You can kind of get away with it, but when you have a load on the back of your truck, it really starts getting dicey going fast. Especially in really rocky maps where they've got a lot of boulders and stuff in the road. It doesn't take much to dump the truck and the load over. Kinda almost like that. I almost dumped that one over. Alright, so let's see here. How do we... Okay, we gotta get back out. A waypoint set up. Should get us back to the road at least. Now in Alaska, Alaska has got a lot of paved road for the most part. There are some off-road sections, but it's mostly paved. You can really get away with almost using the highway transmission in Alaska, where the truck will go a lot faster. I found that I really like the off-road transmission. That the high gear on this off-road transmission does fairly well in the muds and stuff, where you can kind of pick up a little bit of speed when you're in off-road mode, because the truck's not trying to shift and change gears quite so much. Don't full spin truck when you're on the side of a cliff. Yeah, that's never a good plan when you're near the edge of a high cliff area to go fast. But yeah, the transmission, this off-road transmission on this truck works out pretty well. You can pretty much get in and out of it just about anywhere. I haven't found a whole lot that this truck gets stuck at with this off-road transmission setup. And again, that's a to get those options, you have to complete most of the Russia map. They're all in the Russia map. Now I am running snorkels on all my trucks. to help with getting through the water features in this map. Come on, get through here. Let's go. And I have winches set up on most all of my trucks so that I can, you know, hopefully get up and out of places that I'm in. All right. And now we got to get back up through these rock slides. See how this goes. But take a check of 2. We are streaming to Facebook as well. Let's just see. Doing on Facebook. Guess I should have looked at this before we got into it for an hour. Oh, actually, YouTube. Look at YouTube. All right, we'll be back to playing here in just a second. All right. Back to playing here in just a second. Yep. All right. If we could get chat back here. Yeah. Awesome. Ah, there we go. Ha ha ha. All right. There we go. Now we're good. All right, back to the game here. And we don't have anyone on YouTube, so we're not missing out on anything here. Alright, so back through the landslide here, through the rock slide, or whatever you want to call it. A really technical section of this area. I wish they had like a bulldozer or a loader mod option where you could drive the loader around and push the rocks and stuff off the road to clear your path for you. No, I don't have a TikTok. I am not a TikTok. Not a TikTok user. I do have a bunch of other YouTube channels. I have a DJ business that I do some YouTube videos, DJing and those kinds of things. I'd like to get into doing more YouTube videos for the hot air ballooning that I help with. And then I have a couple of railroad channel. As I said earlier in the video, probably prior to you joining in, Cameron, part of my hobbies outside of playing video games and playing online, I really like model railroading and trains in general. So I do a lot of rail fanning and going to watch trains when I'm nearby in good locations to go do those activities. We might share some of that later. We'll see. Share some of my other channels. Try to get some more subscribers to some of them. Maybe some of you guys have similar interests. When I was a kid, my grandpa used to take me down to the local train yard, and we used to watch trains according to my parents. So I've always just had a real big interest into trains and those kinds of things. Yeah, one of the items on my bucket list, Cameron, is to go see a space launch. I've always wanted to do that. Go down to Kennedy Space Center and watch them launch a rocket. I visited Kennedy Space Center when I was a kid, and a couple years ago, my brother got married in Florida, and we went on a cruise. And when we came back from that, from the cruise, we left a day to go visit Kennedy Space Center before we came back home. It was really cool. I was watching the Mars rover, the Mars lander mission the other day. It is really interesting to see what we can accomplish when we put our minds to it. Offload all our fuel here. All right. So now we need metal rolls. Let's see, where do we get those from? Okay, so those are way back there. That is gonna be a nightmare to go get. I was also big into cars. When I was not long after I got out of college, I had a souped-up Civic that I used to take to car shows. So I've done the car thing for a while too. Right now, my dream car is a Subaru. That'll be my next car. Is a Subaru. I want the new 2022 WRX STI is what I'm shooting for. And we'll see how that goes. If we can score me one of them at some point. Always been a big fan of Subaru. Although I loved that. I loved my Civic. It was a 97 EX. It was the 1.5 liter single overhead cam. And I had, I used to live in Pittsburgh. And ended up racing a couple people, and I spun a crank bearing in it. I took it down to West Virginia early in the spring without checking the oil on it. Apparently it either burned oil or leaked oil over the fall and early winter, and I didn't pick up that it was low on oil, and spun the crank bearings in it, so it shredded the motor, eating the crank bearing on that. And I had wanted to do the 1.8 liter dual overhead cam motor out of the Acura Integra, and actually had found a motor, transmission, ECU, shift linkages, everything I needed to do the conversion from a company in Canada. And in the process of ordering all of that stuff, ended up getting completely, I guess the political correct way of saying it would be bent over the desk. They ended up calling me back in a couple of weeks telling me that they didn't have all of the stuff that they initially told me they did have. And so I ended up basically paying like $300 for nothing because they wouldn't refund all of my money back, claiming some sort of Canadian US conversion rate garbage. So wasn't happy about that, and then ended up just not ever doing anything with the car. And then when I met my now wife, we relocated to the Southwest, and I ended up just selling the car. But I had it custom painted and had done a lot of other changes to it. And I really, really loved that car, and I miss it. I miss driving it. It was a fun car to drive around. Saturn V Model 2, like space shuttles, the footage. No ring. Yeah, it was one of the O-rings. It was the separation rings in the booster rockets actually froze and shrunk because of the cold weather prior to the launch. So some definitely some fun facts of space exploration and history and engineering. Some really good challenges in engineering and in history that happened. And unfortunately, there was loss of life for those, but the people that came before them and the engineers and everyone involved, it is amazing to see where we've come in such a relatively short time frame. Is pretty astounding. And if you think about, all of the computing power that you have in your cell phone nowadays, most people don't realize that, that was like a third of the computing power of the original space shuttle when it first took off. Like, the amount of technology, the amount of advances in technology that we have gained since we launched the shuttles and the Saturn and Apollo rockets is astronomically crazy. How far you know, that technology and stuff have come. So if you've noticed, Cameron, this truck is significantly faster than the one we were playing here a little bit ago. I did switch trucks. This one is a little bit better suited to get through this river crossing here with the big mud tires. And I may need to bring a fuel truck over here for this generator so I can get the 4 metal frames, metal beams that I need. We're gonna stream on up, keep streaming here till about 11 o'clock Mountain Time. Unfortunately, I do have to work tomorrow, so I'm not one of the lucky few who, well, I say lucky few, but a lot of people are struggling right now with between the pandemic and having income for their families and houses. I have not had that problem. So unfortunately, I do have to go to work in the morning, but yeah, I'm kind of lucky. Me and my wife don't have kids yet. We haven't been blessed with children yet, so it's just me and her and a couple of fur babies. So we don't I don't have that hassle at this point in time. Or not so much hassle, but responsibility, I guess I should say. Come on, truck. Grab and go. Get up there. Come on, you can do it. Get up there. Get up there. Come on, get up there. There you go. Come on, you can do it. Come on. Alright, let's see. Do we have anything that we could winch to? No, 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 no! Ah! Yay! Oh, and we lost both of them. Awesome. That's great. Alright. Well, good thing this truck at least has a recovery crane. It's the story of my life, Cameron. This map is a pain in the butt. Alright. Okay. Where did my loads? Loads disappeared. Alright, crane mode. Anchors. Definitely missing, that ain't gonna work. Center of gravity back over. That's a reason. Alright, now, where is the other load? Right. The other load disappeared. Okay, now we go screen mode. The crane. Beach. Trailer. Alright, let's see if we can get up out of here. Alright, well, we recovered the trailer and one of the loads. Let's see what we can get this loaded in that trailer. Alright, so now we got that. Swapped out. I don't know. I don't know where my other load of metal planks went. Or metal beams. It should have been there. It should have still been there because I didn't delete the load, but it's not. I'm not really sure what happened. Let's see if it comes up. Seeing it. I don't know how it would have floated downstream. Shouldn't have. I don't see it coming up in. I don't know, but my truck is floating downstream. That's not a great look. Alright, well, I don't know where it went. Let's take a look at the map and see. Yeah, it went somewhere. I don't know where. That's alright. We'll go back and get some more. Hopefully I've got the ability to get more without fuel. But just so you know, Cameron, we're going to be streaming Monday nights, Wednesday nights, Friday nights, and Saturday mornings, hopefully. We'll play that one by ear. But Wednesday night, we're going to try to do Farming Simulator 2019. Oh, no. I'm going to need to fire up the generator. And Friday night, we're going to do... I think I actually need to hook up to it. That's the problem. Friday night, we're going to do Forza Horizon. So hopefully we'll see you on some of those other nights. Alright. Turn on generator. Okay. Oh, come on, hook up, trailer. So generators are a new addition into the Wisconsin map. I kind of like them. I think it makes for a much more interesting tasks experience. You gotta have the generator running in order to get stuff out of the warehouse or the store. So it's kind of interesting. Alright, let's see if we can do this again without dumping this truck over. Shoot for a little bit further upstream. Hopes that the water will push us into the bank just prior to the rocks. What we're shooting for. I really need to put like another trucker here, something here to give me something to anchor to get across this a little quicker. Alright, there we go. Okay. Attach trailer. Unpack cargo. Pack cargo. There we go. Alright. Now we're back. Back to our regularly scheduled transportation. Alright, and let's go back to this morning. Alright, come on. Up, up, up. Let's go. Come on. Up the hill. Come on, get up there, you bum. So get this done, get this load taken care of, and we'll have to go back and get another load. Hopefully we can make it across that creek a little bit better this time around. And then all we have to deal with are our 12 metal rolls. I think we'll probably save those for next week. Try to let you guys explore Wisconsin with me. watch my headaches, heartburn, and struggles trying to get through Wisconsin. And if it's anything like the last few times I've been playing it, I'll be doing a lot of things multiple times. Alright, get some fuel. Ooh, I didn't realize how close we were to running out of fuel. Whew, got lucky on that. Corner here. I also have some other games that I have not for Xbox. I play Roller Coaster Tycoon, the remake of that on, or the extensions for it, RTC2 mod extensions. And I play City Skylines on PC. And I have a couple of others that we'll put in the Saturday chat poll or the Saturday game poll on Facebook. So we'll get that going. Hopefully we can get that poll set up later this week. Alright, load. Food. Go back and get 2 more. And hopefully by towards the end of the week, we'll have stream all tied in with Twitch. It's beautiful graphics and overlays, and hopefully we'll have a nice looking Twitch stream by the end of the week. Although I think right now it's not terrible. Looks like it's got some pretty decent resolution, and we'll have to go back and review everything on the stream later this week and see how it sounds and looks. Make tweaks as needed. Thanks, Cameron. I'll talk to you later. Yeah, I'm gonna be on about 20 minutes more or so, and then I'm calling it a night as well. Go see what my wife's up to and see what our little fur babies are up to. Probably sleeping somewhere. And maybe they'll make a guest appearance later in the week. We'll see how that goes, but I appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoyed watching me play and enjoyed chatting. And if you would, if you like the content, like and follow and subscribe so you see when we're online. I'll talk to you later, bud. Have a great night and take care of yourself. It was nice actually having someone to talk to. So I am a new subscriber or a new Twitch player, a new streamer. I'm trying to get into it. We'll see how it goes. I appreciate it when you guys come in and visit with me while I'm streaming, so I have someone to talk to, so I'm not just sitting here talking to myself, sounding like an idiot. I enjoy playing, I do enjoy playing video games. The streaming is going to be a little new to me. Getting used to talking to myself when you guys aren't around. Trying to come up with things to talk about while I'm playing kind of mindless games is potentially going to be a challenge for me. I do enjoy... Whoa! Wow. Boy, lots of damage there. I do enjoy being social, so... if you guys want to chat with me and... want to stop in and say hi, come in and visit us on Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday nights, and we can chat, come up with some topics, and talk about cars, or I don't follow sports super closely. I do enjoy watching sports, but I don't follow them super closely or super religiously, unfortunately. So I may not be the most knowledgeable on sports, but I don't mind chatting about just about anything else. Alright, get this last load of metal beams. And like I did mention earlier, I do have a DJ business. We can talk about music. I am not a huge fan of the newer music, the top 40, top Hot 100s, any of that kind of stuff. I'm just not, just doesn't do much for me. I didn't mind the mid-2000s music was okay. Obviously, based on my background music, you can kind of judge. I like more classic rock type stuff. A lot of Pink Floyd, a lot of Eagles, a lot of that kind of music. Eric Clapton. I like a lot of the classic rock guys. Personally, if I get to choose what I get to listen to, that's what I go for. But I do like to mix it up quite often. No, don't tip over! Ah! Dang it! Turned around in there. Pain in the butt. Alright, well, about the time we get this load recovered, get everything cleaned up, and get back over... Excuse me. Get back over to the paper mill. should be about 11 o'clock. So we will shoot for that. Whoa! What in the heck was that? I don't even know what just happened there. It was ridiculous. Alright, let's see. Oh, we can take this guy down to the center here if that's any better. This truck. Struggle just as much as the other one did. Could be slightly better. That actually wasn't too bad. Alright. First step here is to get the trailer turned over. Tip over on this. Okay. That. You got to be kidding me. Anchors are worthless. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Try this again. Try to Spider-Man our way across here. One thing I have gotten pretty good at is getting the crane to work. Okay. Good. Alright. Now let's see if we can this last one loaded up. Go get back over to our paper mill. See if it'll pack it. Oh, it did. Sweet. Alright. That. Alright, and unpack, pack, there we go. Now everybody's resituated. Good. Let's see if we can negotiate our way back across here. Too many troubles. Alright, there we go. Much better. Sorry about that. I can't I can't do the crane and talk at the same time. It takes too much concentration to do the crane. Alright, we'll get this load taken over to our paper mill here, and we can call it a night. So if you guys are checking this stream out after we've ended, I appreciate you guys stopping by, watching, saying hi, liking and subscribing if you do that. all of those things help me get more viewers like you. So I appreciate any of that you guys do for me. Oh, I hope if we got out of low gear, that would help. Thought the truck was going a little slow. And like I said, we'll be back Wednesday night with some Farming Simulator. And Friday night with Forza Horizon. And hopefully toward the middle of the week with a poll for you guys on Facebook. We fill out to see what other games you guys want me to play. Or maybe we'll just do City Skylines till we get a bigger user base. We'll see how it plays out. What you guys want me to do? Who knows? Maybe Friday we can do a DJ thing. Maybe Saturday morning we could do a DJ thing. Play some music, do live music requests or something. See what you guys want. I want you guys to be involved in my channel as much as I am. So. What you guys do? We'll have to do some research on how to do the DJing deal with Twitch, how that all works, so we don't get music copyright strikes. I don't know if we'll get music copyright strikes for having background music in my streams or not, but we will we'll see what happens. If we get those, we may have to stop doing the music in the background. But we'll see. See how it shakes out. I'd like to keep it in there for you guys so you guys can have a little bit of background music when I'm not talking. So there's at least a little bit of something entertaining happening, but other than watching me wreck the truck or tractor or race car. But oh, maybe we could do some Need for Speed. I do have the new one of the newer Need for Speeds too. Maybe we could do that. Or Battlefield. And we'll have to see. We have to take a look. See what you guys want to do. Take a look and see what we've got. Or you guys could suggest a new game for me to start. I'd be open for that. Going and getting a new game. I'm always down to have a couple of new games in my arsenal. Alright guys, well I think that's going to do it for me for tonight. So we're going to wrap this up and call it a night. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with us, stopping in, saying hi. And Cameron, thank you for swinging by and keeping me company tonight. Hopefully we will see you later in the week. And for now, take care.